Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, head currency analyst. In this video, we're going to go through the Forex market wrap. We're going to look at how the currencies played out this week. So looking at Euro US dollar first, the market has pulled back slightly. However, we have seen some bullishness come through today as there was some poor retail sales data out of the US, which has seen the dollar fall a little bit lower. Now, in the Forex market outlook, we spoke about the potential for the market to move towards 1.23 as the dollar was looking a little bit weaker, and that's no change really considering the fact that the market has continued to form higher lows here. The only problem we've got here on Euro US dollar is that price is getting a little bit stuck here around about 121.60. If price could break above that and make a new high, that would mean that we're more likely to push towards this 123 outlook. The dollar's looking pretty weak though, so that could continue. Let's look for that breakout going into next week, but euro dollar still looking pretty much strong in this daily uptrend. Moving on to pound US dollar then. So we actually posted a video about pound US dollar yesterday. We talked about two areas that you could have watched for in the market, and the second area is being hit this afternoon. We had the market form a really nice head and shoulders pattern and price broke down. We're actually just retesting that neckline and price is finding some resistance, so we could see some short-term downside here. The first level that we spoke about was 1.4062 on a day trading possibility. Now if you watched that level and looked for an opportunity, the level came into resistance just through here. The price came into the resistance and sold off quite nicely back into that previous support, which is what we were talking about in the video. Now price has come back up into that key neckline area. We could see some short-term downside. The only problem I've got with this now is that the dollar is looking a little bit weaker, so for price to go at this 1.41 level again, we may not see that lower high being played out and see that move lower. We may actually see a breakout of those highs, but time will tell. Pound is usually the worst performing currency through May, so we may get that lower high and a move down, but we're going to have to look at how the dollar is performing for that to actually play out, because we need the dollar weaker, more bullish, should I say, a little bit stronger for price to move back down towards this supporting zone, which we spoke about in the Forex market outlook video. Going into dollar Swiss then, so we were looking for the potential for dollar Swiss to come back into 0.9104 for a short opportunity. Unfortunately, price didn't make it all the way back there, and we're starting to see that trend continuation. Again, very much just on the side of the US dollar being negative, and the Swiss franc was one of the strongest currencies. Market's making lower low and lower highs. I don't see much change here until sort of price comes back down into the previous structure lows through there. Moving on to gold last then. Gold was something we spoke about this week for the potential of a pullback. Again, this heavily relied on some data from the US to be pretty good for the dollar. The CPI data was good. We started to have that retracement phase starting to come into play. However, like I said, retail sales was poor. We're starting to see dollar sell off again. So maybe we are going to just extend a little bit higher up into the 1850 level, where we could see that sort of reversal coming into play. Because if we wanted to be sort of buying the trend on gold, you know, I want to be a buyer back down at this level down here at 1781.50. So looking at prices here would suggest at the moment that that isn't going to play out right now. Instead, we're more likely kind of heading towards a bit of a sort of double top at the moment, but we'll have to see how price reacts to these highs. If we get a bearish daily close here and it will show a rejection of those highs, that would be quite nice to see for that downside to play out. But at the moment, it's a no-go until that dollar starts to strengthen slightly. So thanks for watching the videos this week. I hope you enjoyed the content, and I'll speak to you soon.